Two things here. Firstly, vaccinations is still the absolute key, and it's why Asia is probably our area of concern right now. And so far as since the beginning of the year, it's been clear they haven't really had a clear-cut vaccination strategy. Without a vaccination strategy, you don't have a reopening strategy. And here we are heading into the second half of the year, and it still seems more of the same, right? So look at Australia, look at Southeast Asia. Malaysia's just had to introduce a large stimulus. So I think this is where a lot of catch-up is needed. But to tell the truth, even before the Delta variant came through, we were starting to worry about global growth heading into the second half of the year. You see a tightening in financial conditions in the US and relatively tight financial conditions in China as well. So is the world economy, ready for the two largest economies heading towards tightening, restraining their own economies? That seems to be what bond curves are telling us. So some caution up ahead is needed.
Absolutely, and it seems to be the message that the markets are not listening to and have tried to ignore. We've seen ECB data on lending growth turn south for months. So why do you think investors at the moment are prepared to push at least the US markets to fresh all-time highs? And of course, we've seen some European indices also doing that as we see some weakness around the credit data.
I would agree with the relative story. So I still think the US, and given how it's reopening right now, how there's a lack of restrictions, and probably should be outperforming the other indices. Europe, you could argue right now, there's still some payback for years of under allocation. But what we need to be cautious about is perhaps more of the medium-term trajectory, right? So if there's a disconnect between equity valuations and bonds right now, I'd say bonds, if you look at how the 10-year and beyond has just been stuck in a rut, ever since the Fed, that is telling you that over perhaps the medium to longer term, the impact of the Fed is going to be some more restraint. Now, here's where there's a difference between the US and the rest of the world. The US is far more insular, so its equity markets are more exposed to what's happening domestically compared to globally. So that China element I talked about probably is going to affect Europe a bit more. These stocks which have done well, based on manufacturing demand, based on there's some global cyclical pickup. If that comes off, it's probably going to impact Europe much more than the US.